What's up, guys and gals of YouTube? This is Hype23, and today we will be talking about the IFAK, or trauma kit, and more specifically how to put one together. There is an insane amount of medical supplies available, so we will try to narrow it down and figure out what you really need in your kit. From you budget coupon cutters out there, you know who you might be, to the privileged white man, I know who I am, there will be an option for you. No matter what your experience level might be, hopefully you will come out of this video with some valuable information. I'll try to keep it simple, just provide the necessary information for you so you can go out and build your own kit. Warning, if you're like me, medical equipment can get addicting, just like firearms, knives, and all the other tactical gear we all love to hoard. So check your bank accounts, get your checkbooks ready, and let's get it started. Let's start off with the obvious question you might be asking yourself. What in the world is this IFAK? Well, that's a great question. An IFAK is just another military acronym meaning an individual first aid kit or an improvised first aid kit, depending who you might ask. Sometimes it's called a trauma kit, but unlike a blowout kit, this kit will be more comprehensive than just being able to plug up some holes. It's originally designed to increase an individual soldier's capabilities in providing self and buddy aid in combat. It can aid in treating the two main causes of death on a battlefield. So, severe hemorrhaging is the #1 cause of deaths. This simply means bleeding. Not the kind of severe bleeding you experience when you cut your finger while trimming your hedges or something. We're talking about gushing, pouring, dripping, repainting your wall red type of blood. Think like Michael Myers, like burying a dull knife deep inside your abdomen. Yeah, you're welcome. We will also loosely follow the March algorithm. I know, another acronym, right? Just what we needed. But you don't have to worry, even if you failed algebra twice, this will be the simplest algorithm you'll ever learn. Maybe even the first for some of you, I don't know. Come on now, stay in school. So here's the breakdown. M, massive bleeding, which we briefly went over. A, airway. R, respiratory. C, circulation. And H, head, which is hopefully still attached if you're going to be using this kit. Those are the main types of injuries we want to be able to treat. This kit will equip you to some degree for all of the March algorithm. Enough of that. So why do you need an IFAK? Well, we all love to exercise our Second Amendment rights, carry all types of cool firearms. But what happens if you come across a shootout or an active shooter or a stabbing or any serious injury? Are you prepared and properly equipped to plug those holes in your friend, foe, innocent bystander, or whoever may need your aid? Even yourself. The IFAK isn't always just for gunshots. As a civilian, you still are likely to come across serious life-threatening injuries. You know, one great example would be car accidents. You could come across those all the time. Alright, without further ado, let's get it started. There's two ways to go about building your kit. #1, you can buy all the medical gear first, and then try and size a pouch that you think will fit your needs. Or 2, you can buy that awesome medical pouch you've been eyeballing on the internet, and then try to fit your medical gear to fit in the pouch. So for this example, we'll just start off with our pouch already selected. Either way you want to do it, it's totally up to you. but the size and organization of your pouch is going to determine what you can accommodate to some degree. You can also carry things on your person, in a backpack, in your car. You'll have to figure out what works for you and what you're using it for. If you're going to the range, you definitely want to have something like this. Maybe in your bug out bag in your car. So, first, step 1. Pick out your medical pouch. It does not have to be the fanciest, newest, tactical type pouch, but anything just to hold and organize your gear. Even a simple pencil pouch or military surplus ammo pouch. There's many different things that can work. You don't have to overthink it. You can always change your mind, build a new one, swap parts out, whatever you want to do. So for this video, I'm going to use the Vanquist Fat Pack 5x8. That's this guy right here. Okay. This is a great high quality pouch. I really love the design, and it carries a lot of gear due to the shape and butterfly like opening of it. This is the Gen 1. They have a newer version that has a couple more features, but this will work nicely. Part of the design is once you have this strapped on a backpack or a vest, whatever, you can easily open it extremely fast, and it just flies open in that butterfly type shape, and it does hold a good amount of gear, and it's very efficient in design. Next up, step 2, pick out a tourniquet. Your tourniquet's going to be your number 1 tool to stop massive blood loss and an extremity. I think it's one of the most important tools in an IFAK, but they're all extremely important to have. It can only be used on extremities, which is arms and legs, and if the wound is too high, then you won't be able to use it, because all of these will be placed roughly 2 to 4 inches above the wound, so you need that amount of room to be able to cut off the blood flow. There's many different types available. I just got a few in front of you right now. I suggest getting the best one you can afford and also fit inside your IFAK. I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video. Each of them have pros and cons, but I highly recommend getting the cat tourniquet if you can afford it. This is the most expensive tourniquet. You can also get the soft T, which is a similar design. This is very high quality, made by North American Rescue, and this is going to be the easiest to self-apply. And it does real quickly. You're going to apply it over your arm or leg, cinch it down, and it has this device called a windlass, and you just tighten this up until blood flow stops. Once you get it tight enough to stop the blood flow, you're just going to tuck this windlass right back inside there, Velcro that over, and you have a spot to note the time for emergency services should they arrive. This guy right here, this is a rat tourniquet. You can put him in all different shapes and fit him. Very easy to fit inside any kit. It's supposed to be a pretty good tourniquet. Some people doubt that it's effective at stopping blood flow just because of how thin it is. But if you read the directions and use it correctly, I'm sure it's very effective. This is the TK4, very small, used by the US military for a long time. It uses hooks. You just hook it around itself and then wrap it, hook it back in, and it'll cut off blood flow. Very effective, used by the military. Also small and cheap. And then last but not least, we have the SWAT T, or SWAT tourniquet. It's very thin, small, pretty cheap. It's basically like a big rubber band. I don't have a ton of experience with this, but I'm sure it's pretty effective. You basically just wrap it really tight around the extremity and then tuck it back inside itself, and that's going to cut off your blood flow. The video ended up being pretty long, so I'm going to split it into 2 parts. This will be the end of part 1. Thank you for watching. Please check out part 2. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Hype 23 signing out.